Hey everyone! I'm Sydney. This is my first video on my channel, so welcome. I don't know why I decided to start a YouTube channel halfway through my summer vacation on a random Wednesday, but here we are. So, as you probably know from the title, which I assume you read because you clicked on the video, we are building the Forman house from that 70s show in The Sims 4. And I have to say, I found some floor plans online which were incredibly helpful in figuring out where rooms were, because if you're just watching the show, they don't show you how rooms connect to each other other than the kitchen and the living room. So you don't really know where the rooms are in relation to each other, so building this without that floor plan would have been really difficult, and I'm very glad I looked it up and found it, and that someone was kind enough to make a floor plan. So as you can see, there's the 3 bedrooms upstairs, the kitchen, dining room, living room, back living room thing. I don't know what that is, but it's there. So the only thing is, The Sims 4 is not made for split leveling at all. In The Sims 3, there was a cheat that we could put in called like constrained floor elevation or something like that, which was super helpful in making split levels. The Sims 4 does not have that as far as I know, so that made it really difficult. So on the inside, you can see the foundation. So I had to choose a flat foundation, and towards the end of the build, I made it brown because it went better with the walls on the inside, and it didn't clash on the outside. I think it went pretty well. So that's what we went with, because there's like only one part of the house that's actually on a foundation, and it's like the entryway, not even like the whole living room, but like if you don't have that foundation like lifted up, it just, it doesn't look like the Forman house from that 70s show. It looks like any old house, and it looks weird. So, you need that lifted up foundation, but that made things so difficult for me. I figured it out though by just like, I don't know, deleting floors and adding that foundation like with the door, like the back door there, which I was forced to do. So it worked out pretty well. As you can see with the kitchen, I chose countertops that are green because the countertops in the actual show are green. However, the countertop, I've been saying countertop this whole time. I chose green counters, and the countertops are supposed to be white. But we don't have a swatch like that in here that is not super modern, so I just went with this. It's brown. It looks fine. I think it looks good. I ended up changing the shape of the kitchen a little bit because I didn't really know what to do with that area behind the counters, and I thought it looked a lot better this way. And for the purposes of this build, I think it worked out fine. Yeah, so as you can see, we have like the classic round table, which very helpful. We have the curtains, which you'll see are usually like on the edge of the back door. I don't actually know what goes behind the table because we never really see it, so I just put like a buffet style cabinet thing, and I put a mirror on top, I believe. Yeah. The tiles and the wallpaper in this room are loud. Like, they scream like 70s. And I am wallpaper, and I am tile, and I am linoleum. Like, you cannot ignore the patterns in this room. Also, in the show, the lights that hang over the countertops are like cheese graters, which I thought was super cute. We don't have that, so I just chose the next best thing, which is mason jars. Super cute still. And overall, I really like the way that the kitchen turned out. I think it's the room that I spent the longest on. Because like I had to work out like the shape and how I was gonna like style it and everything. I had to move that door, as you can see. But yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. I think it's the kitchen and the living room and the basement are my favorite rooms. The rest of them are like, I could give or take. They're fine. I don't know what I did with the basement the first time, but it like it totally messed up my house. So I fixed it the second time. I don't know what I did differently, but you know. Also, these stairs, oh my god, they are the worst. They created that little area where you have to build a wall around, and like I had to cut out like what I ended up putting in that wall space because you can't put a floor over it. It'll delete the stairs. Can't put a wall there. Again, it'll delete the stairs, which are kind of important because the basement is a big part of the show. So I ended up cutting out like, it took me forever to figure out how to fill in that wall. I ended up putting bookcases there. They're not in the actual show, but I think it looked pretty good actually. You can see I'm putting the window in the basement there. I changed the layout of the stairs leading out of the basement, like outside a little bit, otherwise they would have led straight into the kitchen, which would not have worked very well. You can see there I started like doing stuff with that hole, and then I put bookcases there. I was like trying all sorts of stuff. I was putting like curtains and cabinets and all kinds of stuff. I was not having a good time. Also, I was really annoyed by that space underneath the stairs because I had to put a half wall there, but that's not how it was supposed to be like styled. Because I had to delete the like wall around the stairs, which would have never happened in The Sims 3. I'm looking at you, EA. Like, you could delete parts of the walls around the stairs and keep the rest of the wall around the stairs. But I could not do that in this build. So I had to put half walls, which looked really weird and didn't go with the style I was hoping for. But whatever, it worked out. You can see I changed the shape of the kitchen there, and I think it looked a lot better. I think it's actually really cute. And I really like the amount of windows in this build. I think they let in a lot of light. It looks really nice. And I didn't even add like extra windows really. All these windows were like what the floor plan had, so I just followed the floor plan. It was a lot of windows, a lot of light. It was really nice. Following a floor plan when you're doing builds is definitely really fun. It gives you a lot of ideas. The only problem is if you try to follow it to a T, you'll run into problems because The Sims is not made to do certain things, such as garages and split leveling, as you can see here. Or, you know, having half of the stairs poking out. Whatever. Later on, I changed the carpet in the lower part of the living room to wood because the way that the split leveling works, the lighting was like messing up the carpeting, so the color looked off, and I thought it looked a lot better with wood anyway. I never use carpeting in my builds. I think it looks pretty weird, and it doesn't really go with the style that I want. Like, I get that it's soft and homey, and if you live in a cold place, it's nice to have, but like, aesthetics, man. So I ended up changing it to wood. I think I changed it to the wood flooring that we get as part of the Island Living expansion pack. Is that what it is? Am I thinking of The Sims 3? I don't know. Whatever that one is. The one with Solani. It's like my favorite wood flooring. I like it a lot. Struggling to find bookcases to put there. I find that they don't have a ton of great bookcase options. Like, they don't have any, like, just simple, plain bookcases in this game, which really pisses me off. In The Sims 3, I would always go for, like, these certain, like, just plain, tall bookcases that took up, like, one square and, like, looked really good. They don't have that in this game. So I had to go with that. And it clips through the wall a little bit. But whatever. I'm actually really happy with how the living room turned out. I think it turned out really cute. And I added that little nook there because in the show they have a piano there, actually, which I did not realize until I looked back at pictures. They have a piano, but then, like, depending on what episode you're looking at, they have a bar there, so I don't know. So I just put a piano there. Thought it looked nice. Filled in that space. I ended up changing the back wall in the living room to like a stone brick, like the same one that I use on the half walls, because it just looked really empty. I didn't know what to put there in terms of art. So I thought like the stone brick is like my go-to accent, so I'm very happy that this house utilizes it a bit. I used it a little bit on the outside as well because like all like wood slats does not look great, so need something to break it up. Yeah, I was struggling with lighting in this build. I ended up using like those ceiling lights and sizing them down. I like them better than the more modern ones because they give off more of like a yellow glow, which makes it more homey. The ones that I've seen some other builders use, like they just make it look too industrial, and like if that's the kind of look you're going for, then sure, but like I don't know, this is a homey build. You want it to be like have like a yellow glow and stuff. I ended up putting a bay window there. Thought it looked a lot better than those two windows. Put a little plant, some teacups on there. I tried putting a lot of clutter in this build because in the actual show they have a lot of clutter around, and I think it looks super cute. So I think that works out pretty well. Also, the shape of the dining room got messed up because of the stairs going down, which was very annoying. So the dining table was kind of like shoved in that corner, which, I mean, it worked out. It was fine. It wasn't the worst thing, but I wouldn't have chosen that. You can see in that corner, which we never see in the actual show, I decided to put a bar thing. I thought it looked good. And, like, when Red and Kitty have parties, you know, a bar. You can see I started changing it to wood on the dining room side, and I changed it to wood on the living room side a little later. Really happy with how the roofing turned out in this build. I feel like, especially the like slanted roofing, it's like very 70s to me. Not that I know much about the 70s. Only know about the 70s is from that 70s show. I wasn't born anywhere near the 70s. Like, you know, I don't really know anyone from the 70s. Like, my mom was around in the 70s, but she lived in another country, so I don't know, like, American 70s very much. You can see I built a garage there. Instead of using the wall garage things, I ended up changing it to make it look like an open garage, because the garage is open most of the time in the show anyway, so I thought it looked better. And you can see we have the classic basketball hoop. What is that 70s show build without the basketball hoop? I'm actually really happy with the shape of this house. Like, it's not too boxy. It has, like, you know, it has, like, fun rooms to, like, work around and shape. So it's not just, like, square rooms. I'm a huge fan. I love it. You can see I'm starting to work on the upstairs bedrooms. This is Eric's room. And that's his sister's room and their parents' room. The parents' room was huge and really hard to work around, so like, it was really hard to fill up with furniture, so it was kind of bare. But Eric's room, I think, is my favorite bedroom out of all of them. I put like posters everywhere, really put a ton of clutter, because in the show his room is pretty cluttered, which I think it's a good look. Like someone actually lives there, which is nice. And that red table there, he has a red table in his room in the show. And so when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that's perfect. And I put like those like llama, Jenga, whatever game on top. So like, could be usable. I don't know. I think you have to put chairs around it. I don't know if this house is that usable, to be honest. I feel like most of the things in this house are usable. There might be a couple things that your Sims are like just gonna throw their hands in the air and be like, I don't know what to do here. But you know, the rest of this build I think it's fine. I think you could move the Forman family in and they'd be fine. Also, let me go over again how much I hate the carpet. Like, they chose the worst color carpet. And, like, I don't even have, like, an exact replica of it in this game, so I had to go with, like, brown, and, like, who wants a brown carpet? Not me. I think... Yeah, so we're just putting a lot of clutter in his room, and I put, like, those things at the end of the hallway, because we never really see the hallway. I think we see it once. But, you know, you don't see a lot of it. And we also never see the bathroom, as far as I know. I mean, I'm only up to season, like, 3 in the show, so I don't know. But I haven't seen the bathroom yet, so I just kind of filled it in with, like, an oldish style bathroom that seems like it could be in the 70s. I don't know. This is Lori's room. It's probably the least representative of the 70s out of all of the rooms, to be honest, because I just didn't really... Well, first of all, we only see her room like twice in the show, and then I didn't really have furniture to go with it. Sims 4 is not exactly known for its old style furniture. It's a lot more modern, and considering I like to build a lot more family homes and like classic homes, that is a problem for me. You can see we're in the master bedroom. Again, I wasn't sure what to do with all the space. I ended up using that corner as like the area for the dresser and that mirror. I think it didn't look bad. And then I put like a little sitting area. I put another dresser. I put a mirror. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what to put in there. It's not like I could put like a desk with a computer. It's the 70s, so. Yeah. And now we're in the basement, which I actually really like. I think it turned out pretty good. I ended up changing the stairs there, as you can see, because I realized that it was not a 2 by... Like, it was not a 2-block staircase. It was a 1-block staircase. I don't know how to describe it, whatever. So I changed that, and I was really happy that I found that circular coffee table, because they do have a circular coffee table type thing in the show that they put there, and I think it went really well. I am... Man, voicing over these things are really hard. I'm like struggling for words now. I'm actually really happy with how the basement turned out. You can see I put the mini fridge, because they have like a freezer thing down there, and we don't have like a singular freezer thing in The Sims, so I just put like the mini fridge. And the laundry, which theirs is like a green. We don't have that. I put a lot of clutter. They have those weird curtain things in the corner, which I don't know what the point of them is, so I tried to integrate that in. Put a lot of clutter behind it, put shoes behind the couch, I don't know. Just trying to fill the space. Put like a bike and like bucket and an artist's easel and stuff in the corner there. Because the basement is shaped a little bit different than it is in the show, I feel like. It's a bit longer in here, like a bit wider, and less, like, long. I don't know. This is Hyde's room. If you guys remember, in, like, 1 or 2 episodes, he sleeps down here when he stays with the Forman family. And I tried to choose, like, the most cot-looking bed that I could, so I chose that one. In here, I sized up a car, because Sims 4 does not have cars. Like, I feel like The Sims 4 could really, like, it would not be that hard to integrate and animate, like, cars. Like, just steal the animation from The Sims 2. You know, like, they open the doors of the car, and they get in, and they drive out of the driveway. Like, that, like, none of the other games had that. And honestly, that just blows my mind. It's such a great, like, it's just, like, I know it's not necessary, but it really ties together. It makes it feel like you're actually living in a world and not just like teleporting from place to place, you know? Which is my least favorite part of The Sims 4. Like, it's like, if you're not going to give us an open world, at least give us cars and give us a way to pretend that we're not just teleporting from place to place. Yeah, there's my... I rant about The Sims 4 a lot. It's not my favorite game. Actually, can't wait for Paralives. If you haven't heard of it, definitely check it out. It's a Sims-ish style game. I think it's like technically an indie game. It's being developed by like a really small team, but they're doing amazing stuff. And you should definitely check it out. It has a lot of promise. It's coming out like next year or something like that, or at least that's what they know as of now. But I'm really excited for that game because I feel like they really listen to their fans and stuff and like kind of give them what they want. So anyway, we're at the end of this speed build. Here are some screenshots. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and if anyone even watches this video, let me know of other houses that I could recreate. Yeah, see you next time.